Welcome, everyone. Thanks so much for hopping on. This is our monthly brand partner call, and every month they're very different, just depending. Most of the time, I'm doing trainings, um, building strategy, and trying to help you guys figure out what's working in 2026. But today's call, I want to talk about the future of Young Living and kind of our takeaways from our convention experience over the weekend. So we were kind of just chatting about it. That's why I hit record. But if you've ever been to an international grand convention, this was very different. So what Young Living decided to do is they're calling it the Awaken Tour, and they're going to 6 different cities. So we just did Arlington, Texas. The idea was the feedback they were getting the last few years was that people really wanted to go to convention. You learn so much when you go. It's a phenomenal experience, not just for brand partners, but just for customers and people to learn more about the heart of the company and how much work and intention goes into the building of our product lines. But people were saying that, yeah, Salt Lake is far, Salt Lake is expensive. The conventions are typically 4 days long, so you're getting hotels and flights. And so the turnout for the last few years has just been really low. Even though people wanted to go, just couldn't make it happen. And so what they decided to do is go to 6 cities. So doing a little tour. The cost is $50. It's basically a day and a half long, and just making it really easy for people to attend. And so Susie on here was one of those people. We had another girl on our team who, same story, really would have loved to attend a convention in the past, but it wasn't possible. She was able to drive to this. I drove to it. I drove 8 hours to it. And she learned so much and was so thankful that she had that opportunity. So it's just begun. So if you are anywhere near these cities, driving distance, I highly recommend you attend. It's a phenomenal event. So the next one's Anaheim, California, June 12th through the 14th. Indianapolis, Indiana, which I believe they said is their biggest one. Ours was a little over 1,000 people. That one's June 26th through 28th. Orlando, Florida, July 17th through 19th. Calgary, Alberta, Canada, July 31st through August 2nd. Mexico City, Mexico, obviously, and that's in October, but I don't think they have the exact date. So, definitely worth the time. I think my biggest takeaways, well, part of what we're going to talk about in this call, just the future of Young Living and what we really gain when we go to an experience like this and get to be face to face with the CEO and all the not the staff, what am I trying to say? The
Executive team.
executive
Yeah.
team. And you're presented with all of the research of what they're working on and what they're offering to us. So it's you're gonna learn so much. It's the best smelling event. The second I walked into the hotel, even though it wasn't like huge in comparison, it was over 1,000 people. It was kind of like the perfect size, but the event just smells, it's like instantly grounding. So to the point where I checked into my hotel, which was off-site, and when I walked in, the front desk girl was like, "You smell amazing." And I hadn't even put anything on. That was just like being in the environment of where I checked in. So you're gonna leave feeling really good. You're gonna learn a ton, and it's totally worth it. $50, a day and a half long.
Yeah.
Get some friends to go with you. It is not just for business builders, it's for anyone. But of course, if you are a brand partner, you're going to learn a lot and it's going to bring value to your life and your business. So, Susie, any like takeaways you want to share that because this was Susie's first time. She's never been to an international grand convention. Why someone might want to go.
Yeah. I thought the size was perfect. I'm a bit of an introvert, so I didn't want to go with, I don't know how many people are at the international
Yeah.
convention, but the size was perfect to me. You could get around, do what you wanted to do. It wasn't too crowded.
Yep.
Um, Gosh, what's happening to my computer? There we go. The science symposium, if anybody's thinking about not going to that, definitely go to that. It was so educational, really, really good. That was probably my favorite part, I think.
Yeah, same. I was like, why was this an add-on? This should have just been a part of it. But the majority of the people were there. Yeah,
Hmm.
I almost thought the information there was better than the first day. But I mean, I'm a science kind of geek, and so I nerd out at all the nitty-gritty details of all of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff. I liked, what do you think of the product expo where you actually get to walk through the different lines that Young Living has and
I
experience.
love that. I love that because you could see all the products, smell maybe the oils you hadn't smelled before,
Yeah.
And we stopped at the booth with HK was there explaining to us Deep Spectrum a little bit.
Yeah.
Amazing that you could just talk to people and ask questions and we really enjoyed his talk too on
Yeah.
Sunday.
So when you go to the expo, they have this live expo that you can go at any point during the event. And it's like basically walking through a Young Living catalog in real life. So
Mhm.
they've got like your toxin-free home area where you can, see the whole Thieves line. I love that you can experience the products, smell them. The best part to me, though, about each of the booths, so you've got a farm booth where you've got actual farmers there. You've got basically for each of the new products, so like Master Cellular Nutrition, Deep Spectra, you've got the team there, the research and development team there. So you can ask all the questions you want. How was this product developed? How long did it take? Where are you sourcing the ingredients? I mean, it's like it's not just a showcase room to like it smells good, it looks pretty. No, you can actually talk to like the department heads of each of these things and really learn all that you want to learn. And then
That's
Clubhouse, of
amazing.
course, where you can
Loved
get
it.
slushies and show the rebrand of what you got there, babe.
Yeah. The new Ningxia Zing cans.
I love the rebrand,
Look how
but
cool that look. It's just way better.
there's a new flavor for Zing and it's delicious. Of course, we got our fill of that and it's lavender lemonade. So if you've
Mhm.
ever been to the Utah farm, it's the lavender, it tastes just like that. They make that lavender lemonade at the farm. I think you're gonna love it. You should totally try it. So I know there's another Zing flavor they're working on, tropical punch, that my sister says is absolutely delicious. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Jeremy and I had been a couple years since I had gone in person. Just, I have babies every other summer. And so Jeremy went 2 summers ago without me. And every year that he goes or we go, we always want to come back with a good feel, like a good pulse on the company. Like, where's this headed? We've been using Young Living and sharing Young Living for this July makes 14 years. And I don't do that just out of loyalty. I do that because these are still our staple products. They're still the ones that we reach for the most. They're still our most used supplements come from Young Living. We haven't switched cleaners in 14 years, these household cleaner, laundry, and our oils, of course. So like we go because it's a brand and a company that we believe in and are proud to represent. Um, and yeah, do you want to share a little bit about
What, just convention in general?
yeah,
Yeah.
so because when we went to this one, he's like, okay, I want to get a good pulse on the company. Like, where are we headed? What's the direction? Because you get that face to face with corporate. You get to ask them the questions, you get to hear from them.
Yeah, every year you get a chance to, like I said, talk to the executive team, the CEO, Mary. Just it's pretty intimate to be able to like rub shoulders with these executives and the owners and hear from them. And so yeah, I just, every year you kind of go and say, well, where's the direction going? What kind of products we're doing? What's a new product line look like? What are they launching to, sort of help us share and make things easier. And so, yeah, just hearing from Jacob Young, who's really just the owner in training at this point. Just every year I listen to him, he just comes back more committed,
Mhm.
more driven to really just carry the legacy of his dad, and that's highly encouraging to see a already family owned business with the family that's heavily involved. I mean, at this point, I mean, Jacob literally started in the call center, and now he's general manager or
Yep.
VP of
Marketing.
North America. I mean, it's just literally at this point, he like I said, he's CEO in training or owner in training to where he's just this is his passion and his calling. So hearing his story of how he started out with Young Living, but then had to go try his own thing and then came back and just decided like this is my passion, this is my calling, this is what I want to do is carry his dad's legacy forward with Young Living and the commitment to being family owned always, the commitment to always being a network marketing MLM structured company because that's how they've grown and that's where they see the best way to benefit the distributors and get oils out is to operate under the MLM structure. So just the commitment to the business model, to being family owned, and to their quality of products, and to see how much time and energy and resources they're investing into science and research and development is like, seems like they're doing that more than ever before, which is crazy because it's always been their thing.
Right.
Science, R&D, and quality control. It's always been about, the farms and seed to seal, but they are just going hard on R&D and science and really figuring out what the best products to put out there are. And so those are some directions where I feel like, okay, I feel good about this. I feel good about Jacob and his mission and his calling and how driven he is and where he's leading the company. And yeah, just what they're willing to, all the science and research they're willing to put into really making sure we have the best of the best, staying on top of trends, but more so just even in trends is like, hey, what are the actual ingredients of these products that we need to be putting into our bodies, and hearing hearing the head scientist talk. And it's just like, if you're a bit of a science nerd like Haley, you're just like, wow, this is just literally amazing. If anything, it just instills confidence or reinstills confidence in people if maybe you haven't been in a while, and you kind of go and say, wow, Young Living is not just the same company, but it seems like they're more driven and more passionate than ever. One thing I always like to gauge, and I like to see the same team, like the same executive team. For years, it seemed like a lot of the executive leaders is sort of a revolving door, even when sort of sales and revenue were at their highest. Well, I find it very interesting and encouraging that you really have had the same executive team over the last 4 years. And that just shows really just commitment and loyalty to the brand, and really shows what kind of company Young Living is, and how much people really love and adore Mary and this company and the mission that they stand for. And so that I think is extremely encouraging, especially in a market where sales are down compared to where the high, but you really look at it and say, hey, look, people are still here. We're still here. We're committed. Even just the name Awaken, it's like sort of this, the Young Living is kind of sort of being revived, and they're set up for, I believe, a really good season going into just whatever the next season looks like. But they're as committed as ever. They're investing highly in their products, into their people, and even in some of their new platforms that they're going to be bringing us for easier shopping, easier ways to share. And so it's very encouraging. It's the same company that we fell in love with, which is awesome. And the products just get better. And then the systems and the platforms are getting easier. And so I'm like, all signs point to good things ahead,
Yeah.
good season ahead for
Yeah.
Young Living. And so yeah, obviously I'm excited and encouraged, because look, it's not always that way with companies and directions. And when you have a company who's you're trying to look at profit, you're trying to look at revenue, but at the same time you're looking at mission. They're just so mission driven, and
Yeah.
it's very encouraging to see that. Obviously, the point of a business is to turn a profit, but they are never going to compromise, and they're not compromising on any of the things that really has built this brand and built the company, which is quality products, and a family-owned company that plans to be here for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And Living's 30 years old,
32.
which is like so impressive in this industry. Like literally, if you guys could understand how rare it is for MLM companies to last this long. I mean, if you've made it like 10 years, you're
Yeah.
like a
The
dinosaur. I mean,
majority die within 5.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
most don't make it to even 1 year. It's just one of those industries where it's high turnover, risky to start, but Young Living is so past the
Yep.
point of all that stuff. They just have so much brand loyalty. They have so many customers and consumers that consume these products on a monthly basis. And then they're putting out so much research and development on products that are you want to consume and our bodies need to consume. And so they're being very strategic and putting out things that encourage routines, health routines that you get on, monthly routine supplements, which as business builders is your residual income. And so they have such a great customer base and loyalty
Yeah.
with such a great job. And so yeah, I see some really good things ahead for the company.
Yeah, exactly what where did my chat just go? What Amy said, I've never stopped using the products for 10 years. And I love that you're coming back to the business because I think that that is what that is the standard I think that should be set, that like business seasons may come and go, but for you to be a loyal customer for 10 years says a lot, right? Um, and I think for any of us who were involved in this before 2020, we went through the ringer of the business, right? Because so many of our systems changed, including our platform, including the way people ordered. Um, and for a lot of people, like my mom, that was very overwhelming. It's like, oh no, I have to learn new language, I have to learn a new system. Um, but I'm so encouraged that the things that we want to see in this company, we want to see that they're improving their systems. We want to see that the platform is going to get easier. We want to see that it's easier for people to get started. You know, when I started in 2012, I was teaching 2-hour long scientific classes and asking people for their social security number to get started. It's not
Yeah.
like that anymore. I can literally create, like yesterday, I was talking about minerals on my Insta stories. It's like 2 button clicks in my, when I log in, I can share a link like an affiliate to this one product I'm talking about, and someone can get started like that. I don't have to ask them a bunch of questions. They don't need to start with a starter kit. It's just so much easier for people to just try a product, order a product. So I love all that you shared because my big encouragement was for sure the family dynamic. I think I say this a lot online and maybe it's bad for business, but whatever. I'm honest. And I genuinely don't love the industry of network marketing, with not including Young Living, but I have seen all the yuck. I have seen the profit driven side of it. I've seen just the yuck of it, the why it has the bad stigma. And I feel so lucky and blessed that I found Young Living because I'm not ashamed of Young Living and I love this company and I would never do another MLM.
Yeah.
And I love, there's certain things that make Young Living so special that I hope we don't take for granted just because we don't know better. Like if you've been involved in other network marketing companies, you can probably compare that. I didn't realize how special it is to be debt free, to be a company that's family owned. I mean, our first convention, Jacob and Joseph, Gary and Mary's sons, were kids. They were boys. They were little boys. Now they're helping run this company with passion and with vision and expertise. And I feel so confident that the future of the company is in their hands because I know that the mission will never change. But also, they bring a really cool dynamic being of the younger generation. And I think one of the things that, scared me in business, maybe I didn't know, but now I do, is that your tactics and your marketing and your sales strategy have to change because that is across the board, all businesses. There's things that worked in certain businesses of 5 years ago, a year ago that don't work now. And I think we as entrepreneurs can either say, oh, what I'm doing is not working. Maybe this business isn't for me, or no, I need to just learn what's working now and get new skills and roll change with the times. And so I'm encouraged to see that Young Living is doing just that. You should be seeing rebranding. This is a good thing. That means they're investing in their products that are already good. Nothing in this recipe has changed. But yeah, we want to appeal to what marketing trends are showing. We want to see them changing their branding. We want to see them simplifying the onboarding system. We want to see them changing the website. Like these are not things to be scared of. These are things that are good. One of the things that Jacob was really proud of was that we're a debt-free company. After 2020, when we saw MLM after MLM shut down, what all of them did was they got rid of their MLM structure. They left tons of their distributors out to dry. People who had been doing this business for years and years, all of a sudden had no source of income. They sold out. They sold out because probably the boards that make up these companies said, we need more profit. So now we're not going to do that. Now we're just going to sell direct. And Young Living has, not just Young Living, Mary and the family and Jacob, they've promised that they're never going to do that. They're not shutting down this business. They're debt free. They're never going to stop pushing the purity of their product. And I think another thing that maybe discouraged people that we should be encouraged by is that we got rid of a lot of products over the last 5 years. when you see companies stretch too thin and offer hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of products, it gets watered down. And it's honestly really overwhelming as a business person. What do I share? Should I share 30 different products or what should I do? And so as they've streamlined, I mean, we still do have a pretty impressive product arsenal, right? We've got like 400 products, I think. They've streamlined it to what are people really wanting and needing and what's really working. So all of these things should be encouraging to you. I know there's more systems coming down the pipeline that are going to make this even easier. Right now in Canada and I think Europe, those markets have switched the shopping platform over to Shopify. If you use Shopify, you probably order products through there all the time. It's we have a friend who's in Canada, so he's like a beta tester right now. He said it dramatically dropped like when someone's ordering and signing up from 4 minutes to 1 minute. Like it's just so easy. It'll be so easy. So that is coming for the US sooner than later. Payment plans they've told us where people are going to get paid weekly or bi-weekly and through Venmo. So like they're just going to continue to make it easier for us without compromising the things that matter the most.
Yeah, Shopify is going to be legit. I mean, we saw like a little demo of it. It's how most people are shopping today. And the whole point is just like simple, a few clicks, you're done, right? And so whether you're adding something to the cart, whether you're signing up on loyalty rewards, becoming a brand partner, it's going to be just really, really simple, really easy
Yeah.
that anyone that doesn't know anything about the company or MLM network marketing is literally going to be able to just like, oh yeah, I want this, I want this, yes or no, check out, boom. And
Yeah.
so that's going to be a really a game changer for the customers, for the consumers, for business, for everything. And so that's coming soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty encouraging because Young Living has had to learn through as they've grown and experienced really fast growth, whether it's sunsetting products or sunsetting old systems that just didn't work. And,
Mhm.
they updated their system a few years ago, and it's just, this is what businesses do. They pivot and they update and they, catch up with the times. And so it's about to be as easy as ever to shop and to share, which is going to,
It's just all
which is going to
digital.
be very good for the company.
So I kind of want to end this call with what this means for you, whether you are brand new, brand partner, you've been here for a while, maybe you took a break and you're interested in sharing again. I just have a few tips to kind of close this call. But of course, the first would be like, keep showing up or show up. There's no shame in saying, "Hey, I haven't shared this in a while, but I want to share a couple of the things that I'm loving right now." If you haven't tried the new products, try them because the results, the testimonies, and the story from the things that you use and try are what sells,
Mhm.
right? I've learned this. People aren't really interested in me sharing a ton of science, even though I like that stuff. They just want to know what it did for you. And they want to know your story and they want to hear your testimony. And if you're not trying new things or if you're not trying things consistently, it's really hard to be able to do that authentically. Um, we have our onboarding system still, Wellspring. And if you're not in there, you need to get in there. You need to add people to that. That's the easy button for people who are like, maybe sharing and then don't know where to take the person next. Okay, now how do I help them get on loyalty? What if the person you signed up is interested in being a brand partner and maybe you're feeling like inadequate to help them do that next step? Add them to Wellspring. That's where Jeremy and I have taken over. We have our training videos. It's really easy. It's step by step. Um, we also have a new onboarding system that we're literally launching today that if this goes as smooth as we hope it does, we might not even need Wellspring in the future. So you want to talk about
I
that
mean,
for a
look,
second?
yeah, we didn't build it ourselves, but it's a tool that's being brought that was built by someone who's just a tech app genius, and they're higher up in Young Living from a rank standpoint that they really understand what people need to build the business, to communicate, what people are looking for, and this is essentially a system that we're going to use that's going to be a campaign system for people on our team. And it's going to help people understand well, what it means to be a brand partner, what it means to how, what it means to get on loyalty rewards and how to use your points and how to easily share and get paid and how to learn more about products and so we're literally launching this today and it's gonna be really cool.
So unless you're I was gonna say, unless you're a part of my sister Jessica's leg, because she kind of communicates she has her own communication systems. You should receive a text from Jeremy and I's new number today. Write this number down though. This is gonna be our new kind of business cell phone number, but it's 985-317-2545. 985. I can put it in the chat too. 985-317-2545. You should receive a text from us today letting you know simply that this is our new number. And if you need support, you can reach us here. Anything else we want to say about that or no for now?
I mean, look, these are just simple automated campaigns that people can opt in and opt out. And so if they do opt in, they're going to be getting these really cool informational, simple campaigns that help them learn about their products, help them learn about their membership and how to just take advantage of it all.
Yeah.
And it's going to be simple, intuitive, and
Not spammy.
That's the whole point, not spammy.
Yeah.
Like I said, someone can easily opt out and just be like, I don't want this. It's not going to be weird or spammy. It's going to be it's really cool. We're excited about it. We're still learning it, literally just learning it, last night and trying to figure out the best way to use it. But it's going to make a big difference for our team and for everyone involved.
Just better communication. So Wellspring is a platform that if you guys find value in it and you're adding people to it and using it, we will keep it going forever. We created Wellspring because we knew we needed a place for people to connect outside of social media. So it takes place on a platform called School. It's a free app that you can download on your phone. It's a way that you can communicate with us, ask questions. All my trainings are in there. But then also you can get notifications whenever we're doing something like this call. There's a reminder in Wellspring that says that this call was happening today. Another thing you can take advantage of to make your workload easier, I do a monthly call every single month that you can always invite people to, customers, prospects, a wellness call. So like, for instance, this is on Monday, June 15th. So this Monday coming up at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. They're usually about 20 to 30 minutes, but I'm going to be talking about the two new products that I geeked out on at convention, Master Cellular Nutrition and the newly patented Deep Spectra technology. So if you don't feel comfortable teaching on those yet, you just send them a link and invite them to the call. And I do record everything and put everything in Wellspring after the fact too. Okay, so last thing I want to say, as far as you sharing, last month, my brand partner call was called What's Working in 2026 in Sales Part 1. So I have a Part 2 coming up next month. You can find that recording in Wellspring. It was less than 20 minutes long, but I kind of went through what people are looking for, what's working in sales. And I'll tell you, it's very different than what I did 10 years ago. But something that is very encouraging is that sales is almost getting more simple. People don't want too much. I encourage you, the best thing you can do outside of trying the new products, right, is sharing. Pick 1 to 3 products. That's it. Even if you're using 20 of Young Living's products, your top 3 maybe that are really making a difference in your current life season, or that you reach for the most, or that you love the most, whatever. Think about your target audience, the people you're trying to help, right? So my target audience for years and years has been fertility and pregnancy. So it would be really wise for me to consistently share Progessence Plus. Think about 3 products that are meaningful to you that you're using and be obnoxiously consistent with those. Not necessarily where you're always asking for a purchase or sharing a link, but just showing up that you use these and that your life depends on these things, right? Like in real time. So I have a girl who signed up and grew to executive by simply sharing the Thieves Household Cleaner. That's it. She showed that on her stories every day. She showed herself making a bottle. She showed her kids spraying the counter. She showed all the different surfaces of her home. And she grew to executive by sharing 1 product. And Thieves Household Cleaner really is that good because people have no idea how toxic household cleaners are and how it wreaks havoc on your health. And if they could just replace that one thing alone, what a difference that will make. Right now, a lot of people are growing with Balance and Burn. That is a fantastic product. I used it for 2 months. I'm probably going to get back on it again. I have a support group text over in GroupMe for that. But that's one that people are sharing because that is a big need right now. People are reaching for all the crappy weight loss things that they can get their hands on, the injections. This is a safe, natural, effective option. And it's definitely worth sharing. And if you haven't tried it, try it first and then share it. The Ningxia Reset. This is another one people are growing on right now. Of course, Ningxia is always a staple. I mean, it's one of the best products. It's the most ordered product that Young Living sells.
Right.
But the Ningxia Reset is so genius. It's 14 days. It's a kit that arrives. By the end of those 14 days, people are going to feel infinitely better and they're going to be hooked on Ningxia.
Yeah.
So that is a great one to share. I will always go back to the OG starter kit for oils. It's still my most ordered oils. Like if I run out, I'm always repurchasing peppermint, lavender, lemon, frankincense, copaiba. I mean, they're always staples. They're so freaking versatile and useful. There's nothing wrong with going back and sharing the OG starter kit with people. Another thing that I think is really fun that, one of the girls at convention shared that she's making tons of money doing this, but she's sharing Wild Notes consistently. Wild Notes is our non-toxic cologne and perfume line that is a sister company to Young Living. So that means every time you share your affiliate link with Wild Notes, it's going to OGB in your Young Living organization. Absolutely incredible. So for our younger people, that's a really cool thing to share. And guess what? It helps a lot of people to get off the hormone disruptors of disgusting toxic perfume and cologne. So I'm giving you ideas. I'm not saying share all these. Pick one or two and just show up and be really consistent with those couple of things. So also just want to encourage you again to find the call from last month. If you go into Wellspring, you'll click on the income side of it and that module there, you'll find you'll find all my calls, but my latest one, which was called What's Working in Sales for 2026. I think that will give you some more ideas of what you could be doing to show up. So I think that was it. And if anyone has questions, we can take those now. Okay.
Well, Shopify, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, when do you think for the US that's coming? Will new customers still be connected to a sponsor enroller? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Definitely. Didn't Adam show you like a screenshot? I saw a sample like where it had the person's whoever referred them, their name.
Right.
Yeah, and it's going to be even easier to find people as a sponsor. Like you can actually search someone's name and find them instead of having to have their member number. So I don't have an ETA on when Shopify is coming to the US, but I know that it's in the works for sure. They talked about it from stage at convention.
Yeah. Soon. Right. We don't know when, but soon.
What's the name of what program, Susie? What you're talking about? Is everyone in Wellspring? Do y'all need me to post the link here in the chat? Does anyone need it? Oh, it's called Simple Downline. So the creators of Life Steps app, which we use, created Simple Downline, and actually they go hand in hand. So Life Steps is a phenomenal tool. You can download a free version of it. Brand partners can purchase a different version of it, but customers should have Life Steps. It's an app on the phone. It's a really great product education tool, and it goes hand in hand with Simple Downline. So Simple Downline is very similar to Project Broadcast, but like way more setup. The systems are just already there. So for instance, when we get a new brand partner on our team, the second they enroll and click brand partner and put their order in, they're going to get a text, a welcome text, and receive a series of texts, not spammy, not a bunch in a row, but over the course of a few months, helping them understand how to make money. And it's already in there and we don't have to do anything. It's just automatic. It's pretty cool. Of course, I can see every message. I can customize them. I can respond, but the systems are just already there. New members, system already there. About to go inactive, system already there. loyalty loyalty order didn't go through, system's already there. So similar to Project Broadcast, but Project Broadcast, you have to do all that work. Well, this is already there. Pretty cool. Anybody have other questions? It's so great to see y'all's face. Thank you so much. When this recording's done, please share it with customers on your team, brand partners on your team. Perfect, Karen. All right, that's it. So next month's brand partner call, I don't have the date announced for it yet, but the July call will be on what's working in sales 2026 part 2. So hope to see you with that one. All right, y'all have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye.